Today we're checking out the custom Princeton Reverb amplifier from Fender. This is the 68 loaded with a 12-inch Alnico blue speaker, which is an absolute beast. This is way heavier than it probably looks on camera. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, folks. This is Shane. This is the last of the Princeton Reverb amplifiers I've got coming up on the channel. This thing's an absolute beast. I think it sounds great. It's by far my favorite one out of all three of them. The main reason is the 12-inch speaker seems to make a lot of difference, not only to the volume, but also just to the overall push of sound that you get out of it. And it's being loaded with the speaker that's in here is a huge advantage as well. So let's take a look. So the front panel is like any other Fender amplifier. We get volume, treble, bass, reverb, speed, and intensity, which help control the tremolo effects. The back of the amplifier looks identical, except for in the back, we get a 12-inch Celestion G12 Alnico blue speaker, which are some of the most popular speakers in the world. Check out that magnet. It does make the amplifier quite a bit heavier, but it also makes it a way more pedal-friendly platform as well, at a louder volume than the other ones with the 10-inch speakers. But yeah, the 10-inch speaker ones sound great as well, but if you're looking for just a little bit more headroom, this would definitely be the choice. A massive thanks to Sky Music here in Melbourne, Australia for letting me borrow this. I really appreciate it. If you live in Australia, check out the links to Sky Music in the description below. Also, if you live overseas, I'll post some Sweetwater links down there as well. They help support the channel, so thank you so much. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into it for some clean rhythm tones, and I've got the amplifier set up at 4 on the volume, so this amp's quite a bit louder than 4 on the 10-inch speaker version as well. I should point that out. We've got the treble up at about 6.5, the bass down at about 2.5, and the reverb at 4. The reverb sounds like $1 million on this amp, so I guess that's why they call it the Princeton Reverb. Here we go, bridge and middle pickup. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let's turn up the bass to about 4. Same sort of thing, we'll just go pick some chords here. Man, that clean tone is the Fender. It's all Fender. This sounds great. This is a better clean channel than my Fender Blues Deluxe, just in terms of tone. No doubt about it. Let's try some neck pickup tones, and I've just cranked the amp up to 5, which is going to allow it to break up nicely. It's going to give you that off clean sort of bluesy tone. Let's take a listen. Neck. Now, as I've gotten louder, the reverb's more prominent, so I've just turned that down. Let's try bridge pickup. And back to neck. That's the pedalless tone that a lot of people love about tube amps. You get them up to a point where it's loud enough that it breaks up and it just sounds great. I dig it. Let's take a look at how well the tremolo works with the reverb. The tremolo circuit you can turn on and off via the foot switch as well. So we have the intensity up at about 6.5 or 7. Let's put it to 7. And the speed, I'm going to put it at about 3.5. And now I've also got the reverb cranked at 5. Let's give this a shot. This is bridge and middle pickup. Yeah, very nice. It's no surprise, being a Fender amp, it's also a great pedal platform, so I've backed off the volume to about 4. Let's give this a shot. This is without any pedals. The Maxon Overdrive Pro OD820. It's 121 decibels, 121 at its maximum. That's really, really loud. This thing throws a lot more wind than the 10-inch counterparts, no doubt about it. But if you're into more of a clean boost, let's try this with the Greenchild Mr. Boost pedal with the volume set at about 12 o'clock. So this is with it off. And with it on. Man, that is so loud. That is so loud. My neighbors are probably going to hate me. But we do what we got to do to get the tones out of the amp. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. A massive thanks again to Sky Music for letting me borrow this. If you live in Australia, check out the links in the description below. Also, if you live overseas, there'll be some Sweetwater links down there as well. So what do I think about this amp overall? This thing's totally blew me away. I just played the other two Princetons over the course of the last couple of days, and then I played this and I went, wow, this one sounds awesome. Now, you are paying more of a premium price for this one, being that it's a 12-inch speaker and it's a limited edition amplifier as well. But for me, someone who goes out and actually plays live, I would prefer to have a 12-inch speaker any day of the week over a 10. But it also depends on your gigging situation. You're playing low-key gigs and you want something lighter, the 10-inch ones might actually be the way to go. If you're playing at home, this probably isn't the best choice to get it up loud and to have that sort of breakup. It is really loud. It feels quite a lot louder than the other ones with the 10-inch speakers. So you got to weigh up your situation. You can always, of course, just mic up your amplifiers as well. If you find like a 10-inch speaker is not quite cutting it, put a mic in front of it, go through the PA, and you're going to be fine. So if weight's a consideration, this is quite a bit heavier, but I think the trade-off is a much louder and fuller sound that handles pedals beautifully as well. But that's just me. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I like these Princeton amplifiers. It's funny, you know, I used to disregard Princetons back in the day because I was like, oh, I think I like the Blues Junior having that gain channel. No, I would much prefer to play a Princeton like this than a Blues Junior. And this one with the 12-inch speaker, I might actually have to do a shootout between a Blues Junior and this coming up on the channel. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, folks. If you want to find out more about this amp, check out the links in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.